Hey scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a layout for Traci Reed Designs, and it is oldie buddy goodie day on the blog. And so if you check out the blog in the description box below, you'll see projects from the design team. And we are playing with the collection My Story. So you can check that out on the blog, see what everybody created, check out the collection itself, pick it up if it interests you. And so I'm going to put a layout together using that particular collection. And I do love this collection. It's bright, it's colorful, it's fun, easy to use for just about anything. So I'm going to document this picture of my son, my little, I'm going to call this one actually Mischief Maker, just because he is definitely all boy. And yeah, he was fun when he was little. And so I'm going to mat my photo. So I have a whole bunch of papers from the collection. I do have a solid cardstock that's just from my stash, but all the other papers are from the collection itself. And some of them are scraps from past projects, and then a few that I reprinted. So I have this photo. I'm going to mat my photo with this, as well as this green, I think. So I'm going to have both of those. I do believe that's what I'm, that's what I'm going to use to mat, I think. Or I might use this one. I haven't quite decided. So it's going to be one of the two. So I'm going to mat that. I'm going to do that off camera since that's a little boring to watch. And then I'm left with these 3 pattern papers. So I have this large chevron one. I decided to make that my background. So I'm working with, a lot of times I work with white cardstock, but I decided to go with a pattern paper background and go embrace all of the color and embrace pattern papers. So I have that one there, and then I have this blue one, which is a tone on tone, sort of a geometric pattern, and it is beautiful. I'm going to leave it as the whole 8.5 by 11 size, and I'm going to mat it on top of that chevron. So even though the chevron is pretty bright and relatively bold, this blue is also bold, so this is going to be a plenty bold layout, full of color for sure. I do like that this covers up some of that busyness, so and this reads pretty much like a solid, so I do like that. And then, like I said, I'm going to mat my photo with one of these. I'm not really sure which one. And then I'm thinking about taking this and creating another layer. I don't know which way I like it. I don't know if I like this matting this way, then leaving this as the larger piece, and then matting those. Maybe I'll do that. And then I could even cut a strip of this and have it kind of play behind. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I might double mat my photo with those, and then I have this, and this, and possibly adding in this. So I think what I'm going to do is go off camera, mat, or put my background down, mat my photo, and figure out exactly which patterns are going to go on top of each other. And then when I come back, this layout's going to be really, really quick. I just have off to the side here some ephemera. There are a combination of pieces from the digital as well as the sticker sheets, so I just combined them all together. I also had created this seal for when I was just playing. So I created this wax seal. I thought I might add this since it kind of works with the colors. And so I've made sort of 3 embellishment piles. And then over to the side here, I just have some letters. One is from Citrus Twist, a really old Chickanitty, if you remember that company. And then another thing from Citrus Twist. So that'll be for my title, and then I might use some of these to finish it off. The only other thing I haven't pulled out yet is something like sequins or enamel dots. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get through a big mix of enamel dots, so I might pull those out to use on this. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down first, and then we'll come back, place the embellishments and the title, and I'll probably finish off camera with the enamel dots. My background is done, so you can see what I ended up doing with the layers. I ended up taking that sort of random or wonky kind of polka dotted or confetti type paper. I cut that and I put that underneath that green, and then the chevron scrap that I had that matches the background, I did sort of a little banner piece across. So slightly different than I showed, but nonetheless, it's all of those patterns all layered up together. And then I also decided that it was looking a little bit too just paper on paper on paper. So I added some white splatters, and I think that just gives like a little bit more texture, a little bit more interest. And then once that dried, I did come in with my title. So you can kind of see it there. I don't know if it picks it up quite as well on camera, but you can definitely read it off camera. So that is going to be my background complete, and I put that down because nobody really wants to watch sticking letter stickers down. It's pretty boring to watch that. I'm like sticking them down, picking them up to get them straight. So that's about it. So now I have, like I said, the embellishments here to the side, and I've kind of made little individual piles and pretty much just kept the same sort of elements in each embellishment cluster for this layout. So now it's just a matter of putting them together. So I'm thinking about having one cluster here, another cluster here to kind of tie in my title, and then another one up here. So I'm going to have the 3 embellishment clusters. It's sort of a go-to for me. I feel like it definitely feels like it finishes a page for me. So that is what we're going with. So like I said, these are all bits and pieces from the digital and the sticker sheets. So it's a combination of both. So I'm going to just, the florals are from the digital, and then like the circle and the cameras, I think all 3 that I picked are from the sticker sheets. These, I can't remember which one these little hearts come from, but nonetheless, they are all from one of those 2. And some of them I printed on sticker paper, and some of them are just on cardstock that I fussy cut. So I'm just going to lay out my design for my embellishment clusters. I have hearts that I kind of want to have come up out of each cluster, 2 florals, and then a little circular design, and then the camera to kind of pull it all together. So I think the clusters are going to go somewhat similarly to this. And then, like I said, I have another cluster that I'm going to put up here. And I did, I don't know if it really shows on camera, but I did pop my photo up, so there is some lift to that photo. So that might mean that whatever I put here, like in particular this camera, if it ends up going here, I might have to put, when I'm gluing this down off camera, I might have to glue the camera, for example, up on some fun foam or some dimensional adhesive of some sort to get the camera to actually work on this cluster. Although I kind of like this down here, and I'm thinking I want it to put this, I just don't know if I want it on top. Maybe. Not 100% sure. And I haven't really, I definitely didn't like pre-build these. I'm kind of just playing it, seeing how it goes. I just kind of want something like this. I'm not sure if that seal is going to make it. It feels like it's a little too large, so I'm not 100% sure that's going to stay on the page. But I am liking that. I'll probably pop up some of these, maybe the florals or the cameras. Something in these embellishment clusters will also get popped up off the page because If not, it feels a little bit flat. So then I have a third cluster that I'm going to do up here. Kind of like something like this. So I'm going to have to definitely lift those up because they are definitely going to fall over because I have that photo popped up. So those are definitely going to need some dimension for sure. And everything, of course, is moving because nothing is glued down. It's always the fun of trying to get everything figured out without gluing everything down first. And something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but every time I move that, everything wants to move with it, but it's going to go something like that. I don't think I'm going to end up using this one. So yeah, that is going to be my embellishment clusters. We'll see if this actually stays. I'm not 100% sure. I still need to grab some enamel dots or sequins to finish out these clusters. So what I'm thinking I will do is I'll go ahead and get this glued down, come back in, we'll see if I add any of these puffies and then the enamel dots, and we'll call it good. Okay, to finish up this page, I did pull out, like I said, some enamel dots since that is what I'm trying to use up. And so I'm just going to add 3 to each of my little areas here, just in little clusters. And we will call this one done in just a second. So I'll just get these down. And last one up here. We'll go over here. Here we go. 3 dots in each cluster. And that is going to do it for this page. So I will have still photos coming up. Don't forget to check the blog for more inspiration using this oldie but a goodie collection. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.